Hello, I'm Sarah. Thank you for visiting me here. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about who I am and why I do what I do. So I have always been quite into sports and being active. From a very young age I was always out and about and playing different sports. But when I was a teenager, when I was in my early teens, I started suffering with quite acute low back pain that was quite debilitating and really set me back. And I started seeing a chiropractor and they would clip me back into place. And then invariably within a few months I was kind of back in pain and back where I'd started, and so this cycle continued and it kind of developed into this chronic low back pain that is really very common. So although I was active and sporty and kind of strong in that way, I obviously had quite a weak core. So I'd started working in fitness and gyms and doing my qualifications in the fitness industry at this point, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed being in that environment where I was helping people and being in that environment where people were being active, and this led to me taking my degree in sports therapy, which was fantastic because it meant that I had really developed this understanding of the human body, what happened during illness and injury, and how we could rehabilitate from that, and how we could look after ourselves and assess and get people back to full fitness. And that was a really great choice of qualification for me because it set up a great pathway for me for my life. And I then started working for a training provider within the fitness sector, and loved the company, loved the role, and it evolved into me being sat behind a laptop and sat in my car for quite a few hours each day. So I'd kind of gone full circle where I was back in this point of suffering with quite a lot of back pain. I wasn't very strong or healthy or fit. I didn't have that time for self-care. I'd worked long hours, quite a demanding role, and so although I knew what I needed to do, I just wasn't doing it. I wasn't having that commitment to my own self-care. So when I had my first child, I wanted to get out and about and be active in my maternity leave, so went running, started doing different activities with my friends, and became really aware of the changes that our body had gone through. We'd carried babies for 9 months, we delivered them, and then we were looking after these tiny beings. And so I was really aware that what we were doing and what our bodies needed was quite different at this point and needed some tweaking. So started looking at the qualifications here and training myself up in this kind of pre and postnatal phase. During my second pregnancy, I again wanted to do something that was active and get me strong, slightly away from that traditional pregnancy yoga kind of course that was on offer. I wanted to find something a little bit different and couldn't quite find it. So when I got to my second postnatal period during my maternity leave, I decided to make some changes in my life. And one of the changes was to set up my own business in women's health. And this was life-changing because I started working with women initially in that postnatal period, so just thinking, just the first few months, and quickly realised that the postnatal period does not end. It goes on, and so once you've had a baby, I had women that had 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 18-year-olds that were still suffering from issues, and that even women that hadn't had children still had these issues as they went through their lives. And so I put a lot of my training into the kind of core and the core rehab, bringing in all my different education that I'd done in the past, and really started working with women in all different walks of life, all different ages and stages, and really enjoying the feedback that I was getting from women that they were feeling stronger, that they were feeling more balanced, less pain, able to do more in their lives. It was great. It was really great. And so not only that, I actually realised then I was actually living the life that I was encouraging women to live. I'm now living this life where I'm active more, I have time for self-care, I'm still busy, I still have lots of plates to spin, but in my life I don't get in my car to get to work. I cycle, I walk, I am doing lots of different activity, lots of low impact activity because that's what's right for me at the moment. I don't need women to be running marathons or lifting weights to fit in this kind of fit and healthy. It's just about moving more, being more aware and being more connected with your body to bring you that balance. So I myself now, I don't have back pain now, I am a lot healthier. The balance is very important. I still have lots of times where I'm eating foods that maybe don't have so much nutrition in them, or times where I'm not doing so much activity. But on the whole, on balance, each week for me is so much different from what it was before, and I'm really pleased to be and really loving being in this world of women's health and helping women. And so I'm really want to encourage as many women as possible to be active, to be more aware of their health and their need for self-care. So you'll find all my services and courses and sessions that I run on my website. Take a look, see if there's something that you like. If you want to get in contact, I'd love to speak to you. I look forward to working with you. If that's what you'd like, get in touch. And thank you so much for watching, for taking time to watch.